Our next speaker is Dr. Wang, and he's a professor at Zhejiang University, where research interests include aquatic ecosystem management and sustainable aquaculture. He has explored techniques to replace fish meal in diets for warm water carnivorous fish and established low fish meal diets for commercially important fish species such as golden pompano, Japanese sea bass, and largemouth bass. Dr. Wang, please come up.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It's my honor to share some information about low fish meal diet formula for some commercially important fish. In 1974, Troll published their research in fish meal replacement in rainbow trout. About 40 years later, the average diet fish meal level was reduced to 15% in marine fish diet and to 12% in salmon diet. Now research is going to formulate fish meal-free diet for warm water carnivorous fish, which generally have a high protein requirement and has been the challenge in fish meal replace research. Actually, it's not easy to determine fish meal replacement potential by a single feeding trial because fish growth can be affected many factors. It's also not easy to use low fish meal diet in commercial farming because fish farm wish to have the maximum fish growth, lowest feed cost, good shape and fillet quality of the products, and the minimum natural resource and environment impact at the same time. It is hard to meet this demand. At first, I will talk about largemouth bass. Largemouth bass rank number 1 in production among freshwater carnivorous fish, and number 13 among all freshwater fish in the world. Formulated feed was not used in commercial farming until 2016 in China because early studies obviously underestimate diet protein level for these fish. We report the optimal diet protein level for this fish is 48 to 51%. And in commercial feed, protein content is generally formulated at 50%. From 2006 to 2022, largemouth production in China increased repeatedly from 350,000 tons to 800,000 tons due to the successful use of formulated feed. Fish meal content in commercial diet is higher, so a lot of research focuses on fish meal replacement. We report the minimum diet fish meal level is 8%, but some study report fish meal-free diet is also successful for these fish. At least 8% fish meal should be used in diet formula. This is the data. We use the reference contain 40% fish meal and reduce the fish meal level to 4%. You can say when the fish meal level decline, the growth performance also significantly reduced. Next, I will talk about the golden pompano. Golden pompano ranked the number 7 in production among marine fish in the world. This fish can utilize formulated feed well. We report the optimal protein, dietary protein level is 45 to 49. The commercial diet generally contain 43 to 46% protein. The minimum dietary fish meal level we report is 15%. Some study report the minimum fish meal level is 6%. But you can see here, the data shows the maximum growth occurred at the 18% fish meal level. Here. The last fish I will talk about is the largemouth bass, large yellow croaker. Large yellow croaker ranked number 5 in production among marine fish in the world. For many years, commercial farming of large yellow croaker relies on raw fish diet because the formulated feed cannot support fast growth of these fish. Recently, we reassessed diet protein requirement for this fish and found it 49% to 52%, which is much higher than that reported in previous studies, which is 45 to 47. Our results showed feeding the formulated feed contain 50% protein. The fish can have the same growth performance with those fed with raw fish diet. So that means it's possible to completely replace raw fish diet with formulated feed in commercial farming in the future. It's a big market for formulated feed. We estimate it's about 200,000 tons. That fish meal level is also higher. And early study evaluate fish meal replacement at and estimate protein level. Recently, we report the minimum fish meal level at the optimal protein level is 16%. Yeah. Recently, last year, we designed a compound protein ingredient, and Tyson made it and exported it to China. Our result showed the compound protein ingredient can replace same amount of fish meal that's replaced by the poultry meal, and have a good growth performance. So I give a conclusion here. Based on our research, the minimum diet fish meal level for largemouth bass, golden pompano, and large yellow croaker could be reduced to 8%, 14%, and 16%, at which the ratio of F in to F out was declined to 0.25, 0.6, and 0.8. Compounder protein ingredients and functional additive should be useful tools to formulate low fish meal diets. In commercial farming, margining effect of fish meal replacement may decline when diet fish meal level was reduced from 10% to 0. I think this should be considered in the use of fish meal-free diet. I thank F3 team to give me the opportunity to attend this meeting. I learned a lot. Thank you all.